So as we're doing our feedings right now at 5 p.m., just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about how it is that we ended up with this beautiful ranch. Right, here's my wife feeding the horses. So we got the ranch about 2.5 years ago. We got it in July of 2021, right?
Yep.
Before that, like a year before that, actually, no, like 7 months before that, during COVID, I saw someone post the horse for sale.
It was in December.
Yeah,
2020.
December, right? Yeah, December 2020. And that horse ended up being Sugar Ray, who we ended up getting. So this is Sugar Ray, the horse that we saw for sale. Beautiful horse, look at that. White socks, beautiful long white tail. Just a beautiful horse. So we ended up going to see Sugar Ray, and of course Laura fell in love with him. She rode him. She rode him. She wanted him. I gave this guy a deposit. Asked him why he was selling them. Said he wanted a dancing horse, and Sugar Ray doesn't dance, so he was selling them. So I gave him a deposit. The next day, he calls me back and tells me that the horse that he was gonna buy is no longer available, so he needs to keep his horse longer, and he can't sell him to us. So sad. Laura was sad. We were kind of bummed out because we thought we had a horse. So, you know, we tell a friend of ours that we don't have a horse anymore, and he's like, oh, well, you know, I know other people selling horses. So long story short, we end up with Trinidad. We end up buying Trinidad, who's an older rodeo horse. You know, they told us he was 9. Turns out he was like 19, 20. You know, you can't know for sure when they're that age, but you know, he's older, definitely older.
Our first mistake was not taking a vet with us because we didn't know any better. So
right, always when you're buying a horse, spend the $200 or whatever and take a vet with you
to check him out.
Yeah. Because as it turns out, Trinidad is a good horse, but he's got arthritis on all 4 legs. He really shouldn't be ridden anymore.
You be pet.
Yeah, he can be pet. He's a good pasture pet. Very well trained horse though. So one part we forgot to tell you is how we ended up with Sugar Ray anyway. So after we got Trinidad, the day after I bought Trinidad, the same guy that was selling Sugar Ray calls me again and says, hey, guess what? I found another horse. I can sell you the black one now.
And of course, I said, of course.
I was like, what the heck? What are we going to do with 2 horses now?
1, 2.
Yeah. So that's how we ended up with both.
So now we got 2 horses. Where to keep them? So our friend had a ranch, so we kept them at his ranch for a little bit. The problem is we couldn't go there all the time, and our dog couldn't go there, so we were really not spending enough time with our horses.
Right.
So we had to find somewhere else to put them that was either close to us or that we could bring our dog to.
Yeah, so. Now, also, mind you, you know, we're paying somebody at that ranch to feed them and take them out and take care of them, make sure they have water, take care of them, basically, right? So you're paying $200-300 a month for this per horse. And I guess he wasn't expecting us to be there all the time. Like, Laura was off, you know, I'm self-employed, Laura was off of school, so we're there every day. And, you know, realized the stalls weren't being cleaned. You know, the horses were barely fed. I would call this guy like, hey, are you going to feed the horses or what? Oh, you can feed them right now. I'm on my way. But if you want, you can feed them. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, did it.
But we would feed ours. And there's 4 other horses in the barn. I can't just not.
Right. So we feed all the horses for them. Show up the next day. Same thing. It's like 9 p.m. at night. I'm like, hey, have you fed the horses? Oh, I'm at another ranch. I'm working. But yeah, you could feed them if you want. There's grain right there. Like, the hell? What do you mean I can feed them? Like, I'm paying you to feed them. Yet I'm doing it every day.
Basically, we had a part-time job.
Yeah, so
horses.
Yeah, so that wasn't working out for us. We didn't like how they were being taken care of. So being in real estate, Laura found this ranch here, shows it to me online, and I was like, wow, you know, 7 acres. I saw a lot of potential. This barn was already built.
So it was abandoned for a year, so it was a mess. Everything was just thrown here and it was dirty. So
yeah, and you can see that in one of our first YouTube videos. You can see when we first got the ranch how different it was. There was a lot of renovating that we did. For example, these lights, these sconces, we put these up, we put the lights in the middle up. We redid the electric in the arena.
We did the electric here, so it would be safe for the horses.
This was all set up, but we cleaned it up. It had like years and years of dust, and it was very nasty.
No mats.
We ended up redoing all the mats here. All the stalls actually had no mats, so we scraped up a lot of the dirt, put limestone screenings, flattened them out.
By hand.
Cut these thick rubber mats. They're like half an inch thick. We cut them. We cut them to fit them to the stalls. It was a lot of work. It took a lot of help. And we ended up with this. Ended up with the ranch. Yeah.
I was crying.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but that's how we ended up with this. And then there's other parts. We're going to have to make part 2, part 3, probably part 4 and 5.
But I feel like for some reason it was meant to be, right? Out of nowhere, we bought this horse, COVID, and then we got this ranch out of nowhere. So I think it's meant to be. So
yeah. So the lady that we hired to work the ranch invites us to an auction, and we go.
Now, mind you, I am the animal person. I am the one that loves animals. I'm like, I'm gonna go crazy. Oh my god, I don't know if I should go. And guess who went bananas? This guy, right? He can handle himself. Is it the competition on it, or was it?
I don't know what it is. I'm competitive. I'm competitive.
It's the mini one.
So we go. There's these cool animals, right? And I see this cool little mini horse, and I had just seen this video of Arnold Schwarzenegger with his mini horse and mini donkey, and I was like, "Holy shit! There's a mini horse right there, just like Arnold's." So,
let's be like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, so long story short, that was Boom Boom.
Boom Boom.
So I ended up bidding on Boom Boom, and I didn't realize, I couldn't believe how cheap they were, right? It was like $500. I was like, are you kidding me? $500 to have a mini horse? And my cousin just bought a French Bulldog for $5,000. I could have a mini horse for $500? Shit, I was like, yeah, bid.
I was slapping his hand down.
So I ended up getting Boom Boom.
And then I got Chiquita.
Yeah.
And Beanie.
So this is Boom Boom. I bought at the auction, right? Boom Boom. He was a little baby. He's a little older now, but
he's 2 now.
As you can see, he's a little dude.
Little dude, you're sneaky. You're sneaky.
He's already escaped twice, and we had to catch him.
Yeah.
Took us like 30-45 minutes just to catch him.
We had fun. And then here's Beanie, Butterbean, and Chiquita.
And these are the ones that Laura bought.
These are the only ones we're supposed to buy that day.
Well, actually, we're only supposed to get one. So Laura ends up bidding and winning Chiquita. No, she got Butterbean first.
Yeah, baby.
She got Butterbean. He's a little baby. And then the guy running the auction is like, hey, you gotta get the other one. You gotta get the other one. We're like, hell no. We're like, no. We got the mini horse. We got another donkey. We're not going home with a third one. So he tells us they're herd animals and they'll die if they're separated. Like they have to have a friend. They have to have a buddy. I think he just wanted another sale.
No, I read about it.
Anyway, so we ended up getting Chiquita also. So we got Butterbean and Chiquita. Yeah. And now they're inseparable.
Inseparable, especially this
He
guy.
won't take a step without her.
Oh, so
that's why they're in the same stall.
They're so beautiful. Right?
But anyway, that's a little bit of the story of how we ended up with the ranch. We did a lot of renovation on it. A lot of work. You can see that. I'll put the link below for that video. You can see how the ranch was when we first got it and everything that we did to it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Anyway, hard work, but it's worth it.
It's been a lot of hard work.
To me.
A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, man. Oh my God. I felt like crying many times before.
Oh, you still do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But it's fun. And these animals, they really bring us a lot of joy.
Therapy.
They're very therapeutic. And
we enjoy it.
Anyway, we enjoy it.
We're going to bring joy to others.
See you guys on the next part. Follow us, like our YouTube page, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok.